Authorities say that Rodriguez may have been killed as early as Saturday, leaving a potential killer plenty of time to make an escape. And it looks like that's exactly what happened. Because on Sunday, Bechand's pickup truck was found abandoned 150 miles north of Cohoes, just miles from the Canadian border. Now, thankfully, Cohoes police are not alone in their search because they've got state police, border patrol, and even the forest rangers lending a hand now as investigators comb through the wild, wooded terrain. But that clock is ticking, and police are now asking for the public's help in tracking Bechand down. I spoke to the mayor of this town, Bill Keeler, about the manhunt earlier today. Take a look. Mayor, thanks again for joining us. I'm hoping that you can give us the latest on the search for Bechand.
There really has been no update since the truck was recovered. And, that was recovered about 2.5 hours north of Cohoes in Franklin County, which is one of our northernmost counties, on the Canadian border.
I just want to back up for a second because this is such a horrific crime. And I just was hoping that you could kind of walk us through where exactly the victim's body was found. We know it was in a home. Tell us about this area and how the manhunt kind of spreads out from that location. What kind of location are we talking about?
The area itself is pretty suburban. The ranch is or the house is a ranch. So, it's typical of the single family homes in that neighborhood. What happened is a friend was asked by the family to check on the welfare of the victim, and he found the victim, immediately called police. So when the police department arrived, they found the 41-year-old female victim deceased, obviously with multiple stab wounds. The PD estimated the death likely occurred the day prior. And we knew that she had resided with the boyfriend who was gone, so he immediately became a person of interest.
So can you tell us any background about this couple? Had there been complaints? Had there been phone calls to 911? Was he on your radar in any way?
No, not at all. We knew that he was a landscape contractor. She had a house for 10 years. There had never been a police call for disturbance there.
Wow. Okay. Well, as you move forward in the investigation, I'm not sure if anybody on your team knew of this suspect. It sounds like it's a relatively, tight-knit community. Did you guys know him? Did anybody on your team know him?
No contact with the police.
None at all. All right. So what is going on moving forward as we get into the weekend? What will the search team look like?
Basically, they've set up aviation response with a helicopter. They've had drones up in the air. They immediately had a bloodhound search, and they've continued with canine searches of the area where the truck was located. It had apparently run out of gas, so that tells us that he probably either didn't have a plan or it went awry. So we don't know if he was going to Canada or what was going on there. But New York State Police in that area continue to comb the area. Uniformed forest patrols and marked cars are blanketing the area. State police investigators in unmarked cars continue to check the area, conducting interviews, expanding the search. But, we're hoping that there is a sighting, because at that point, we could set up a decent perimeter and even conduct, grid searches where you have a line of sight of the other officers and just check the entire, that small wooded area. But it looks like this guy had a 24-hour head start on us. So, we don't know exactly where he is, if he's still in that area. We're talking about the Adirondack Mountains. It's a very rural area where the truck was abandoned. So he could be in the woods. There's a lot of seasonal camps up there. There is cell coverage. It's spotty up there, but where the truck was abandoned, there is cell phone coverage. So it's possible that he called for a ride. Whether he had somebody that could come get him quickly, we don't know. Obviously, the police are checking cell phone records, any credit card use. So, the full court press is on.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.